Welcome to Kit Katastrophe. My name is Kit, and today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Dropkick. This figure came out in 2019 as part of Wave 7 of the Deluxe assortment, and represents Dropkick's appearance in the 2018 film Bumblebee. Dropkick transforms into a blue and black 1973 AMC Javelin. Much like I love Shatter's alternate mode, I love Dropkick's as well. It's so chunky and beefy and tough looking. It's a smidge curvier than Shatter, but that just helps differentiate them from each other. Dropkick is likewise well painted, sporting some nice silver detailing on the grille and the exposed engine block, as opposed to Shatter's gunmetal engine, as well as painted taillights. To complement Shatter's 722s, Dropkick features the number 13 on either door, as well as a skull and crossbones insignia above the rear wheels, which was seen on Dropkick's earlier helicopter mode figure. There is weapon storage in this mode, as Dropkick's accessory wedges itself onto the rear spoiler. As for shit I don't like, Dropkick commits the sin of having pegged on wheels where the peg isn't part of the wheel proper. It's not as egregious here as it was on, say, Stinger, since the blue is pretty dark, but it's still one of those details I hate seeing on modern Transformers. Still, Dropkick looks fucking amazing next to Shatter in alternate mode. These two were obviously meant to go together. The first thing you'll notice about Dropkick during transformation is just how dense he is. There's probably not a single cubic micrometer of space inside that muscle car, which makes getting stuff out of the way challenging at first. His torso is on like 5 different sets of accordion joints all moving around each other. Thankfully, his arms and legs are a breeze to transform in comparison. The arms especially utilize an ingenious simple double joint mechanism to get the front and rear wheels so close together on the arm, similarly to how the tail compressed on Dropkick's prior figure. I remember when this figure was first revealed, I was wondering for a good couple hours if the wheels on his shoulders were real or not, and if they were, how they got so close to the rear wheels. Near the end of the transformation, Dropkick shows off another mid-torso tumble flip head reveal similar to Shatter's, which further solidifies these two mercenaries as a team. Dropkick's proportions are kind of funny to me. He's like all torso and no legs. The hood chest really helps convey a sense of muscle and badassery, and it all feels very natural. The particular angle of said hood chest can only be described as arousing, while the mid-shoulder wheels look awesome and are canted at a dynamic angle. The door wings are a nice touch. It's not often we get to see those on a Decepticon. I noticed that there are a couple details on the legs that were carried over from the helicopter Dropkick figure. Notably, there is the placement of the skull and crossbones insignia on the sides of his calves, and there are 2 rectangles in a column on both figures' shins. On the figure I'm currently reviewing, they're meant to be Dropkick's taillights, which in reality are stored in his surprisingly skinny backpack. Take notes, Shatter. This is how you do it. If you fold away either of Dropkick's hands, you'll be able to stick his pop gun onto the grotesque stump. It's unpainted and cast entirely in plain black plastic, but now you can reenact all of Dropkick's various scenes where he shoves his popping fetish down the audience's throat like a fucking degenerate.
Pop, pop, hope no one sees me. Get creepy.
It's time for Articulation, the one segment of this video where I always forget to talk about the wrists. Starting at the head as always, he has a ball-jointed head that swivels left and right, but it's a little hard to access because of how round it is, and it'll slip and slide on your fingers. He can look up a little and look down just a little. Well, now that I look at it, it's more of straight on. So he doesn't have an appreciable range in the up and down axis, but he can look left and he can look right, but as he does so, he appears to turtle inside of his giant man pecs. And he doesn't really have much of a tilt. I mean, it is there, but it's not that good. At the arms, they have a ball joint that goes all the way around. It has a bicep swivel that goes all the way around. And he can almost T-pose. The elbows are just over 90 degrees, which is a thumbs up in my book. And the wrist goes in for transformation. He has nothing at the waist, which isn't all that surprising considering just how much goes on inside that torso. It's pretty frightening. but it's completely understandable. The legs have a ball joint at the hip that can kick kinda high. It's about chest height, not as high as Shatter's, but it's still pretty good. And it can go all the way back until it hits the butt kibble. It's not much, and you can make it go a little further outwards if you utilize the nice spread ability of his legs. So he could high kick. Oh, I'm actually surprised he kept his balance for that. Look at that. Wow. The thighs have a swivel that don't really do much except make some natural stances, since they don't have a very large range of degrees to move. His knees bend just over 90 degrees, so that is also another thumbs up. And finally, at the ankles, they go forward and they go backwards a little. He can point his toe, and he can break his ankle. There's no pivot or anything, but his feet are sculpted at an A stance so that he can stand with his legs apart just a little bit, which is alright. Much like his elbows and knees, this entire figure's articulation gets a very big 2 thumbs up from me.
Dropkick and Shatter are my 2 favorite Decepticons as of right now due to their presence and character in the Bumblebee film. And while I feel that Shatter's figure has not done her any sort of justice whatsoever, this figure of Dropkick looks, feels, and plays amazingly. I feel that this was a home run on Hasbro's part. It does replace the helicopter as my preferred version of Dropkick, even if I still think that figure's great. I'm just holding out hope for a new Jet Mode Shatter eventually. This has been Kit Katastrophe. Transform and roll out.